Hello and welcome to Aaron's Games. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Hey!
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons in person. I have some very lovely people in the room with me. Hello, everybody, and hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. We are playing The Mystery of Gustham Lighthouse. Today it is a one-shot adventure set in the Everlands, which is my homebrew world, which was paused and is potentially resuming soon. So anything that happens today will be canon for the world. So any character deaths are final. Before we get around and introduce the room, I just want to say a huge thank you to my good friends at Beholder's Gaze, down here, up there, for their wonderful work with dice. They were sending me one of their brand new sets, which is called Witching Hour, but it hasn't arrived, so I've got some printed pictures of it, which I'll show you there. Look how good that looks. My printer's terrible, so it looks not as good. But go onto the website, beholdersgaze.com, and check it out, because it's sparkly purple, red, glittery wonderfulness. And so when they do arrive, I'll do another video and show you them in person, because they are fab. But they're not here yet, so I can't do that. I'm also looking forward to opening the Beholder's Gaze Advent Calendar on Wednesday, because Christmas is a thing. So they are sold out, unfortunately. But get one next year. I think that's everything I've got to say. So we'll now go around the room and introduce everybody, starting with Ryan.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Ryan. Relatively speaking, I'm still pretty new to D&D. However, I'm very excited for the one shot. Playing a brand new character, and not much else to say.
I'm Helen. I'm kind of new. I played when I was a kid in the 80s, but then I stopped for about 30 years, so I've forgotten everything. And I'm who said I could advertise?
Yeah.
I played the Wicked Queen, and this is pantomime Snow White.
Cool. My name's Ben. I've been playing D&D for about a decade almost, and I host the D&D podcast network We Speak Common. So if you want more D&D stuff, there's the place to go. I think we'll leave it there, and I'll say nothing about what's going on my sheet.
Cool.
Hello, I'm Ivan. I've been playing D&D on and off for a number of years. Don't know everything about it, so I'll probably be very I don't know what I'm doing. But yes, I book socials on Twitter at Ivan Winkle, and I have a theatre company which is Quill and Dinkley on all social media too. I'm also in Panto this year with Hayley.
Hey! Segway. Hi, I'm Hayley. You can find me on Twitter at Hayley Evernet, or Instagram at Hayley Evernet _actor, I believe. I've been playing D&D probably more regularly last few years, having dabbled a little bit before, but not that much. I'm also in Panto. We are doing Peter Pan at Bungie Fisher Theatre this year. I play Peter, and you play Smee. And if you like audio drama, please listen to Mockery Manor, a audio drama that's got great sound design set in an 80s theme park. I play the lead characters, twins JJ and Betty. It's done by Longcat Media, and it is very, very, very amazing. Listen, it's on a second season. Wherever you get podcasts, there you go.
Ever the professional. Through the magic of television or editing, you will all have your appropriate Twitter handles, usernames, whatever, on the screen. And any other relevant information will be in the comments of this video. The comments in the description, where, on YouTube. This is a bit of a janky setup. We are in my lounge. There are lights and cables and cameras everywhere. You can see some of them on the screen.
Sorry?
Huh?
What?
Janky.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, not. Yes. So bear with us. It's not the most polished thing, but this is the start of big things to come. And I should point out as well that this is only probably 4th or 5th in-person D&D game I've ever run. So bear that in mind and don't be too harsh in the comments. There was something else I wanted to say, but I've forgotten what it is. So if it comes to me, I'll say it during the game. But for now, we shall begin the mystery of Gustham Lighthouse. I know what I want to say.
Okay.
Swearing is permissible, so if you want to, tell someone to fuck off, then that's fine. If it's me, that's not fine. You will be ejected from the room.
There'll be game consequences, will there?
Not at all. No. Right. So I will read what I've already given these players the introduction, but obviously you folks at home have not had the introduction. But there is more to it than these players have had, so we shall begin. Fortune's fate, the only jewel left on the splintered isle. Gambling, drinking, revelry, depression. The bright, colourful lights and blaring sounds of the Tabaxi-owned casinos drown out most of the bad feelings in the place, so on the surface it feels bright, happy and joyful. But underneath all the gloss, rumours of a bustling, off-the-books trading guild bring the shimmering, blurry shine back into sharp relief. You can always find your future in Fortune's fate. Good or bad, only chaos is truly on your side. A dusky evening, clear and dry. But the dust of the splintered isle hangs in the air, creating a murky haze to the view. We speed down one of the busy main streets, whizzing past some of the noisy casinos and garish eateries. On the streets themselves, all manner of folk stumble around in varying states of drunkenness. Some are celebrating their spectacular wins. Some are chasing their next flutters. Some are just drowning their sorrows. As our view passes all of these sights, one thing is repeated. Outside each establishment, heavily armoured bouncers stand in protection of their charges. Ornately painted masks covering the tops of their faces. Underneath, velvet hoods in colours matching the brands on the buildings that they guard. Underneath their masks, we can see their gruff non-smiles, sharpened fangs poking through the top of the heavy grimaces. We reach the doors of one of the casinos now, the Everlasting Monsoon. The lights here are a deep and mysterious set of blues and purples, shimmering slowly to match the watery theme of the place. We enter, and the noise hits us like a wall. Coins dropping, people laughing and screaming, games clicking and whirring. This is the beating pulse of Fortune's fate made manifest. Over in one corner of the large room, a trio of fluffy-faced bards are playing upbeat jazz, the brightly coloured fur poking out around their formal dresses, gently waving in time with their swinging performance. Now, whooshing past various machines, games and stalls, we close in on a table where 6 players are sat, clutching their cards tightly to their chests or keeping a hand over them on the table. Their collective attentions turned to the smartly dressed Tabaxi croupier who is running the game. It's your turn, please. And we will now introduce the characters.
So, my character is a warforged barbarian called Bastion. He has bronze armour on with a golden crest on his chest, and where there is no armour to make up for that, he has metal in its place, forged almost into his body, mainly his hands and a metal plate on his face. His eyes being a very distinctive feature, being bright red, glowing.
Done?
Yes.
If you would please roll a D100 for me.
Certainly.
No pressure, first roll again. Some of us are using physical dice, some of us are using digital dice. I don't mind either way. Get out of the comments.
Tell us in the comments which do you prefer.
That is. Because you do 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is that 96 or is that?
That'll be 16. 16. Yeah. Thank you very much. Helen.
Hello, I'm Shalimar Sunset, and I am a singer, and I just love being here with you all, and I'm enjoying this game. I'm a half elf. I have a very low cut dress on. Also got a slit all the way up to my corset. So, I'm here to play. That's it about it.
Thank you very much. If you would please roll a D100 for me. 60, yeah.
60.
60, lovely. Ben?
Cool. So there's a sort of man-sized suit of armour made of metal, looks like iron steel, and it's covered in pieces of wood, kind of like the wood you'd find on an old ship or maybe an old ballista, something like that. And they've been sat there, sort of watching, and full on masked, like you can't see who they are, until everyone starts to chat and become more friendly. At which point you hear a kind of like a bolt clicking, some hinges swing open as the back of the suit opens, and a stump, a scaly stump, tan in colour, with circular kind of patterns on it, comes up on one shoulder, a hand scaly and dragon-like on the other, pops over the other side, and a kobold pulls himself up onto the shoulders of the armour, lifts his goggles off and goes, sorry, the kobold comes out sometimes. My name's Sulpicius. It's a crappy name if you got a list, but there you go. Life sucks. And, that's him.
Fantastic, thank you very much. If you would roll a D100 for me.
That will be a 60.
60 as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Ben
60.
Ben and Helen, if you could please re-roll the D100s.
48.
18.
Thank you very much. Ivan.
Right, well, my character is a very badly dressed, ragged, thin, starving-looking beggar woman. Who is probably looking all around, expecting to be thrown out at any moment. We're approaching this table with a little bit of trepidation. And she's called Marja. What's that? I think I'm probably looking around here. I see Shalimar is quite nicely dressed. Could I try and pick one?
There will be time for that,
Okay.
but in a busy casino,
Where do you think we're
round the
going to
games
find
table.
this?
There will be.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, there will be plenty of time for big one two later. If you would please roll a D100.
Okay. Is 91.
91. Thank you. And finally, Haley.
So you see a tall fox humanoid wearing a purple hat with a yellow feather in it, and a sort of one of those jerkin kind of Shakespearean puffy jacket tabard things, with stripes red and blue. They've got some plate armour over the top as well, and they pick up their hat and kind of give a bit of a flourishing bow and say, "Sir Kid Riley, pleasure to meet you all." And very flouncy. There you go. They also have next to them a giant English sheepdog. They stroke it and say, "Very, very good, very good. Nice work, Lancelot." There you go.
If you would please roll a D100 for me.
25.
Thank you very much. The croupier directs his attention to the last player at the table. Please, it is your turn, sir. Fuck, mate. I think that's me cleaned out. Have one for the road, you fucking legend. And tosses a couple of chips in the croupier's direction before standing up and leaving. The game continues for several rounds until we reach a particularly tense hand which goes on for longer than all of the others. Finally, the croupier breaks the tension. You take the pot. And as he starts to scrape all of the chips together to hand them over, you feel a hand firmly clamped down on your shoulder. You all now notice that there are several of those painted-faced guards standing around the table, though these ones are wearing sharply tailored navy robes in place of any obvious metal armour. One of them addresses you. Your activities have not gone unnoticed here tonight. Congratulations on your winnings, but you will come with us now, please.
What activities would these be?
You know full well.
I'm just a poor beggar woman.
No, you misunderstand me. All of you will be coming with me now, please.
Anyhow, you're a rich man, aren't you?
This is going to get back inside a suit. The door's like.
Hey, what?
So I'll try to grab the pot.
You can grab the pot. Yeah, he's not stopping you from taking your winnings.
So Kit Riley goes, "You'll never take me alive!" Gets out.
You'll never take him alive.
And starts going, looking around.
And we all got a guard behind us then.
There are about 8 guards surrounding the table.
Okay, you can take me alive.
You notice when you pull your rapier out, none of them flinched. None of them were scared at all.
Bastian is going to look at the one talking, and is that an order, sir?
More of a polite request.
So it is an order then.
Basically, yes.
Very well, he's going to stand up.
The suit of armour will stand, and when it does, you can tell that it's clearly it's like a medium-sized creature, whereas the kobold inside is very much a small-sized creature. It's also got 2 arms, so you can tell he's probably got some stilts and some extra bits and bobs in there. And when he speaks, his voice just echoes slightly. It sounds exactly the same, but with a little bit of an echo, like there's a lot of space in there for him to move around. And he just says, well, okay, where? And just sort of looks to the man behind him, kind of just resided in whatever's happening.
This way, please. All of you will follow us. There will be time for that later. If anyone wants to do anything else, now is the opportunity before we leave the table. No? Excellent.
Come on, Lancelot, let's go.
I'll leave the dog.
Good dog.
Yeah. So the guards lead you all through the busy casino tour towards one of the walls, strangely. There is a large boulder, kind of rock formation type against the wall, and as the first guard reaches it, it slides apart and reveals a hidden door. Behind the door, the plainness of the corridor contrasts sharply with the brightly coloured decorations of the public-facing areas. The corridors twist downwards and eventually open out into a dimly lit storage area with a few rough-looking tabaxi milling around, moving crates, pushing carts, etc. The guards lead you past them all with a gruffly grumbled warning not to touch anything. Eventually you reach a smaller room off of the main chamber with a soft fire burning at one side. A one-eyed, red-furred tabaxi sits at a desk, grinning slyly as you enter. He gestures to the 5 chairs which have been placed in front of him and invites you to sit down.
Very good. Oh, slash leather. Very nice.
As a question, don't get caught.
I'm going to stand close to the fire and stay in the shadows as I can.
Yeah, I think Zarfisius will stay stood as well. Stood, yeah.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to the underbelly of Fortune's Fate. I am Golden Scale. I run the Traders Guild down here. It is my pleasure to meet you all. How has your luck been this day?
Not terrible. Yeah. But it might be looking up.
I'm not down here for counting cards then.
No. That is 10 a penny here in the console.
Better than usual.
Good. This is good.
If you say so.
You're probably wondering why I've dragged you all down here, yes?
No, not at all.
Yeah, now you mention it.
Well, friends, I won't beat around the bush. I need your help. Have you heard of Gustham?
Have we?
Make a history check.
Okay.
We all make a history check, huh?
Just so this is.
Well, I mean, starters you mean to go on, that is a 23. And that is a natural 20.
Nice. You are aware of Gustham to the north of here on the Splintered Isle.
Okay.
Northeast from where you are in Fortune's Fate. Okay. Yeah, you are very well aware of it. He's a shithole, really. A shadow of what it once was, but most of the tribes who live there have either moved here to Fortune's Fate or elsewhere in the Everlands. An abandoned ghost town now, but it's the Lighthouse that really interests me, and you would know full well about this lighthouse. A lot of this is ringing bells for you. There is a treasure there, you see. Some say the greatest treasure remaining still outside the Illumia vaults. Or that Baron Capral has got his greedy claws on. You are adventuring types, yes? You are looking for a little extra coin, yes? Perhaps a favor from the traders here to be cashed in at some nondescript future date? Yes?
Yes. Well, I was just looking for a job. A treasure.
You go. Take a look. Retrieve it for me and I will give you 1,000 gold each. And a night to remember in any casino's top floor tavern, if you know what I mean.
No.
I think you do. The lighthouse is not in use anymore, and you'll probably have a job getting to it, but you do this for me, well, you'll be okay.
Golden Scale, was it?
Yeah. Ironically, because I'm red.
Yeah, it's a little on the nose. Man like you. Can you find people?
I have found people.
No.
Here you are.
No, other people.
Oh,
Like, if I do this for you, can you find other people?
well, as I say, I will owe you a favor, so I can use my connections as the head of the guild to find pretty much anything you like.
I mean, that's what I was getting.
Yes, is the answer. This is what I'm saying to yes, I can.
Can you also chuck me a pack of cigarettes before we go?
I am sure it can be arranged. I will talk to one of the guards on your way out. It's fine. The least I could do.
Alright then.
Good. The rest of you?
Well, I might change into something better.
Yes, I feel like this outfit is rather impractical for crossing these dial deserts. I did not want to say anything to be rude, we've only just met, but whew.
As I said, I was looking for a job, not an adventure.
It's okay, it's just a quick job. You go to Lighthouse, you take the treasure, you bring back to me, that's it.
Oh,
Go.
So you're saying that you can give us more stuff to help?
What sort of stuff do you mean?
What sort of stuff you got?
I forget sometimes that we have secret groups. I can probably get you anything, but not very fast, I'm afraid. Only what I have already.
I look around the room, what you got?
The room, make a perception check, please. Or investigation if you want to rifle through things. You're still stood up, aren't you?
I'm still stood up.
Yeah, if you want to investigate, you can.
Can I make a perception?
Let's just have a look. Yeah, sure.
Okay. That is 21.
Very nice. This room is deliberately opulent. You can see there are a lot of like plush furnishings, like the chairs are very, very ornate, far more ornate than they need to be for this underground office. There's velvet drapes, there's bookshelves lined with gilded books. It's definitely kind of giving a vibe of luxury, which is incongruent to the rest of the horrible grotty warehouse.
Okay.
What specifically were you looking for?
Anything that might be very valuable but small enough with swipe.
There are lots of very valuable things in here, certainly. Nearest to where you are is a very, very shiny looking crystal orb, which is probably about that size.
I want it.
Make a sleight of hand check, please.
Nice. 13.
You kind of this is while what's his name again? Golden Scale talking. It's not like I wrote this. It's fine. You are distracted by all the shiny things, and you are particularly distracted by this globe. And you go to swipe it just as he finishes talking to. Apologies, character names are for me. But as you do, you just hear, "Put it back, please."
It's beautiful. I was just admiring.
Yes, it's very nice. Put it back, please. Thank you. It's very dangerous, that one.
Does that seem like a lie?
Make an insight check.
I know magic. 20, not natural.
He speaks with confidence and doesn't give you any reason to believe that he's making that up.
Now I want it to. Okay. No,
You are across the other side of the room.
Yeah. But no.
So, are you saying that this would help you a lot?
Yeah, because I can't be bothered to go to Gustham Lighthouse. I make you fuckers do it for me.
It would make you very happy, yes.
Treasure always does.
What made you choose us? We were just playing power.
I don't know, you look strong together, or I don't know, it was just the vibe, the way your heights are also different. I just really liked it. I thought, I'll take a gamble. It's a casino, a gamble. It seems to have worked.
I was just after a second. Can I make an insight?
There's an identical adventuring party at the table.
Yeah, those guys weren't very good. They got the wrong table.
That is 16.
Yeah, that is a natural one.
Good.
Shall I add that to my list? He answered that question very quickly. Just add that there. And it really strikes you as a very prepared, scripted answer. I would have done whispers, but there's no room to move in this room, so I can't do that.
You don't you?
Yes. Yeah, in going forward, I will message you secrets. Yeah. For now, I'm so sorry. What's your character's name?
Majna.
Majna. I will try and remember.
Call her Maj.
Maj. Let's just settle that in my head. Bastion? Yep, that's the easy one. Yours?
Shalamar.
Shalamar.
Zathisius.
Yep. Maj
Kit.
and Kit. Thank you. Cool. I will forget them again, but
Cut.
they'll be on the screen, so everyone else can. But, what does he say? That was a fully scripted answer. Cool.
Sat at the wrong table.
No, he's fine. We're all friends here now, yes? Yeah.
I take that rather offensively.
I didn't get a job, I got a job. Yeah. Shall we?
Shall we what?
Once more to the breach, dear friends. The cameras go flying. The dog Lancelot goes, "Wah!" and then kind of runs into a corner and shakes.
He was possibly the most animated player, the smallest space to move.
Your head be it.
You should be able to shuffle back to having more space.
Okay,
here.
so Haley, get away.
No, it's fine. It's locked in. Slight earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rapier comes up and it's glowing, kind of white.
Is it called like He-Man style?
Yeah, so it's like shing, and there's like sparks coming off it, and you even hear it in sort of very faint, just.
It's one of those people.
Oh no. It's a combination of He-Man and the singing sword.
Shine.
Where the hell's my dog gone?
He's run off into a corner.
Come here. Come here. I do love you.
Make an animal handling check.
That's not so good. Okay. Let's see what I can add to it. No, that one. No. 15.
What's the dog's name?
Lancelot.
Lancelot is hesitant approaching you, very cautious, sniffing towards you, and then does approach and seems a bit kind of reluctant to let you pet him, but then he does accept your attention.
Yes, well, if that's the case then. Just stand up and look around, ready to leave.
Yes, you know the way.
Out the door.
Basically, yes. Fuck off. And he just kind of sits back on his chair.
I will just nip into the little girl's room. Change my outfit. Something more suitable for travel.
Multiple outfits.
Oh, yes.
Perhaps you could lend it to our friend here.
Not until she's had a bath. After you've had a bath.
Don't trust them.
Oh dear, you won't get another outfit.
Don't trust baths.
I mean, I've seen Ghostbusters 2 as well. I also don't trust them.
Indeed, yes.
The sacred text to Ghostbusters 2. It's in the library.
Great play that was on here.
Yes, those baths.
Oi! Take that person.
Are we waiting here while you change?
Not too long.
We'll just wait outside. Like
No,
this.
no. If you wouldn't mind, I've got more people to intimidate coming shortly. If you would leave and go to the casino.
Is that what it was?
Thank
Are
you.
you sending them off to the same job?
No?
Are we in competition with other adventuring parties?
No. I just have lots of places that I can't be bothered to go to.
Sounds like me.
Kit takes out a lute and starts playing some elevator music while waiting for our friends.
Everyone just stand there doing like eyes animation.
I'm going to imminently regret this, but while Kit's providing us instruction to climb another goat at all.
Yes, please do.
On it. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Golden Scale does not appear to notice you just swiping gold.
And like that, the session was derailed.
Who rolled insight on him talking about the orb?
Yeah.
What did you roll?
I think it was a
23.
No,
Oh.
20 was the second roll I got. He was just very confident. I didn't like it.
The orb is now in your possession.
Yeah.
Right, ready.
What are you wearing now?
I've got this lovely little outfit.
Okay.
and a long skirt over some leather leggings, and a feathery top.
No armour. Okay. You've got armour on.
Yes.
You look like Shakespeare's cousin.
Yeah.
You have got armour though.
Yes.
Okay.
Play
And
armour.
you're in like rags.
Great.
Okay. Cool.
By,
Pretty armoured.
I am the armour.
Yeah.
by this point,
Well
some of
done,
those guards are leading you through the corridors.
Can I get my chips?
The guard who's closest to you just hearing it. And he kind of
I get a
grumbles
winning smile.
in a strange like language you don't understand. Just grumbles something, and the guard at the front just starts turning the other way, and he leads you across the casino floor. This heavily armoured squadron of tabaxi just leading you all, and you see as you pass, quite a few people are like wondering who the hell you are. Eventually you reach the cashier's desk, and if you could roll me a D6, a D8 and a D10, please.
Okay.
Some of the results individually in those cases.
3 on the D6,
Mhm.
1 on the D8, 10. 3.
Wait for the maps. Here it comes.
This probably doesn't make any sense. I just literally made it up on the spot. But you win 3,000 copper, 1,000 silver, and 300 gold.
Ooh, it's pretty good. That's a good pot.
3,000 copper, 1,000 silver,
300 gold.
Cool.
Wow.
There's probably an exchange rate, but I don't know. I mean, there is definitely an exchange rate. I just can't remember.
If the guards if we're heading out, it's going to take off one of the gloves and slap one of the guards around the face and go, I need a warm up. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh god, who's like it?
Roll to hit.
With the glove. Brilliant. What was his count as an unarmed
Unarmed
strike?
strike, yeah.
Brilliant. Oh fuck, I can't see that. What's the modifier on it? Is it strength or
Don't know.
dirty 20 then, I guess?
Strength or dex, whichever's higher.
Yeah. That's the same.
So it's 20. So your glove hits and hits this guard square in the face. Like I say, he's wearing.
Non-lethal,
wearing
I'd
these-
just like to say.
I mean, you
Not
didn't
just
say that before you rolled.
You killed a man. Throw a glove.
They are, as I say, they're all wearing these kind of half masks, so you can just see the lower half of his face.
Phantom style.
Yeah. And the mask, the glove connects very solidly with the mask. The mask kind of not shakes, but like you can see it's hit. The guy has no reaction to it.
Coward! Don't fight me now! I'll fight you anywhere, any place, any time!
How tall are you as your character?
6'2".
Oh, okay. So the guard who you hit walks up towards you, so you're face to face like this.
Yeah.
And he just says, "Get out."
Ah, take that as a lose then. I win! Ha! Let's go. You cancel us? Let's go. This way.
Is this dog well trained or?
He's a cowardly little shit.
Okay.
Literally dragging the dog. No, this one. No! This way. Like, just dragging it out. It will run off on its own, I think, at times.
Yeah. Okay, great. Noted.
I'm not listening.
The guards just, all of the guards now, just like you're at the doors, and they're all just staring at you, waiting for you to leave.
Cool. Just head out onto the street then.
And the cold, it's not cold, but like the difference between the inside stale air and the fresh out air. It's very humid outside. It's a desert island, basically, big long continent. And you are out in the streets. There are people reveling and stumbling their way down the streets, and bright lights and colours everywhere. It's a dry evening.
Right, so. Hello.
Anybody know the way to this lighthouse?
I'm hungry. I want food.
Are you, like, rich now for you? No. You have money now, though?
No.
Okay, great. And are the rest of you competent?
Yes, I sing very well. Dance pretty well too.
Okay, wait, we've got a singer. We've got a poor woman. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm now heading to a lighthouse apparently. So,
Well, no, yeah,
and he's going to start backing away, ready to go. Does anyone know where we need to go?
Food first.
Actually?
Food first.
Food. What's that?
Food? No. Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh. Oh yes.
I could food. I
Yes.
could have a snack.
Yes.
Although my sense of taste is not. Well, everything's quite bland, I
I was hoping you'd say no. But never mind.
find.
I'll get you
The
one
dog
of
can
them
come.
very
Lancelot.
good. Thank you. Never
Yeah.
move your head off.
Yeah, the
Yes.
dog can come for food. That way. And he'll just turn and start walking.
Do
Out
I
the way to the lighthouse or the food.
I'm going to lead us to the edge of town, the city, in the general direction of where we would go to get things like horses, maybe a carriage. I'm assuming it's a pretty long bloody way to go.
Yeah, so essentially, this is, for a real world analogy, this is a Las Vegas strip.
Yeah.
There's casinos, there's as I say, brightly coloured restaurants and all sorts of things all the way along. It's easily a mile, 2 miles.
And from here to the lighthouse.
So the one so from here to the lighthouse, it's probably a good 2 or 3 days travel.
Okay. So he'll start heading off towards that area where it stops becoming busy, but there's still shops and things. It's a bit quieter.
Yeah. As you kind of leave the main concentrated area, there are smaller casinos and smaller, less garish restaurants and shops and taverns, of course.
And it's the evening, isn't it?
It is, yeah. By the time you reach the outskirts, it's kind of around about 9 p.m. now.
Okay.
But the town's very much still alive.
I'll give you a minute. Do any of you travel much?
Have done.
Yeah, I go for first play. That's good work.
Okay. Are you high?
We could. Just try our luck at one more place. On a roll.
You know, I'm not sure about you. We'll get there. I mean, do you do this normally? Do you do hired jobs?
I just go wherever I am asked to go.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
You asked me to follow you, and here we are. However, I do like the sound of that lighthouse.
How am I? Why, Lord? The face mask on the suit of armor will sort of open up, and you'll hear like this winch sound, as if someone's like, and Kobold's head will start to slowly rise. It's sort of like until he's like on neck level and can see you all, and he's got his goggles on, and he says, I don't do this often. I'm just out here looking for someone, so I'm happy to stop staring at me. Blink a couple times. I'm happy to do this job, but I don't feel like you're the right people for it.
I was proud myself, but be fair.
I think you shouldn't judge people on appearances.
Alright, let's see this one out then. Next casino.
All of these notes.
Where's those gambling mini games? Come on. Let's play some Texas Hold'em. Would I have been to... This place is a ghost town that we're going to.
Yes.
Would I have ever been there? Okay. But I know of it.
You know of it.
It's got some significance.
Yeah, you've heard stories of the place. You've heard of the lighthouse, and you've heard of what was your history? It was 23, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know quite a bit about the lighthouse. It's a fairly renowned lighthouse. There are rumours that it's haunted.
Okay. He'll say, I don't know if you know much about kobolds. We spend most of our time underground, and don't fuck with people unless they fuck with us. But even I've heard of this place. It's not good. It's hang on. It's heebie-jeebies. We can go. I'm all for a job, and if he can tell me what I want to know, then I'll do it to the best of my ability. But I don't know you lot from Ireland.
I quite like the sound of trade.
I don't think we get to keep it.
Where did you say it was, sorry?
Gustham. That's the one. The common tongue's difficult.
More specific, which direction is that?
Northeast, about 3 days.
Points away
He is
from.
going to start walking in that direction.
Is there a man in that suit?
Make a perception check.
I'm not lying. That's another 20.
Wow.
24.
You can see very clearly this is an automaton of some sort. It's Warforged, so there's no creature inside. This is
How common
being.
are they?
They're not uncommon. You haven't seen one, but you know of them. They're not like 10 a penny. They're not everywhere.
Probably twigs as I see like the gears in your knees or something as you're walking.
Like you can see through parts of him. You
Yeah.
don't just be able to be like, there's no one in there.
It twigs and then suddenly the helmet comes back on and he quickly walks to get up to speak with you. You can follow
I
you
think
now.
they're going.
Come on, you.
Oh, food. I'll chuck you some rations out of my bag.
Oh, I'll just hold them up like that.
Like salted.
And every time you look at me, I'm deliberately blinking.
Great. it's probably like salted like cave creature. It's not like normal.
I'm just gonna whack it down and get it as quick as I can. You want skills though?
Yes.
Take out the orb out of my back and go, eh?
Oh fuck. Okay.
Now we're talking.
You're worth something. Can I like? I don't want to touch it. Can I kind of check it without looking at it?
Yeah,
Like,
you can,
well,
yeah.
by looking at it, but not like.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Without
get my
touching
fingers on it just yet.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's a 29.
This is a glass orb.
So he'll look at it, and he'll after a minute just go, and he'll take it, and he'll like feel it, weight it, like throw it around a little bit, get a sense of how heavy it is, and go, yeah, you could kill someone with that.
I mean, you're not wrong. You could.
It's a really good trap.
It's hefty. It is hefty.
Dark cave, like a lever that they stand on, and then it catapults across.
Well, watch out! You don't want some guy with really tight leather trousers, and you can see his bulge getting his hands on that. All three of them. Turning into an owl, flying away, singing some songs. He's a bard.
You fascinate.
Don't worry. I think he's king of the goblins or something. I don't know. Oh, don't worry.
Cool. Is there anywhere we can get horses and stuff here?
So,
We've got money.
on your various travels into the place, you know that because of the way this place is, it's very isolated. It's literally the only thing of any excite on this continent now. So there are busy ports at either end. So you can get skyships, you can get boats, you can get carriages and horses. Some of you may well have rode in on horses. If that's appropriate for your character, they will be at one of the ports, and you can say it's the one that you're heading to. But yes, there's a myriad of travel options.
So as we're making our way, then he'll say mostly to you, and now you. You're the two who seem to have caught his attention at this point. Zophysius will say, we'll just get some, travel companions and just leave, I guess.
I'm sorry, we. As in, me. We. Marvellous.
Cool. Okay. Well,
I feel slightly offended.
I don't need a horse, so. Do you need a horse? Do you get tired?
What's that?
Fascinating.
I got a
Perfect.
I sit on the back of
Okay. And you?
Carry me hard stuff. Are you instructing me to? So,
Madam, Mr. Beard.
yes.
You're gonna put us on. Just gonna blank ignore it.
I think that's
Just sit in your hands.
It's very comfortable. You're very firmly supported.
I'm going to take him apart at some point. If we're just going to go, like if we're going to get on our horses and just leave, Sarthisius will sit on the shoulders of the armor, which will just keep walking for him.
Nice.
Did anyone want to get food, or are you happy with food now? You're just heading to walk for travel, yeah?
We'll get it to go. We'll pass through.
McDonald's. Oh. The curry bits.
You mean to Baxter?
Yeah. We'll get the lands. There we go.
Okay,
They've got all of the franchises here. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Burgerlies,
Yeah.
Crystal Lamb fried chicken, you know.
Yes, we're on now.
Yeah, we'll just go. We'll head off.
So you find yourselves in the very busy travel district now. There's skyships taking off, landing. There's carriages everywhere, and horses clambering around the place. Off to the east is the port, and you see the various huge sailed ships. They're waiting to take people away or ferry people in. Have you got a particular direction that you're heading, or
You said that way.
Well, I guess when if we can find better directions than what I know at the port, we'll get those. But otherwise, we'll just
Maybe a map.
yeah.
A map.
make an investigation check while you ask people the directions?
Dice. Oh, never mind. The luck one out.
I thought it was your special dice for a second.
Yeah, my special dice. Yeah. That's a 6, but it was a 1. So.
Yeah. It takes you a very long time, and you don't seem to get any information at all.
Great.
There's loads of people busting around. Most people you speak to are in a hurry and have no interest in talking to you. Even the people working at the various places are far too busy and don't give you the time of day, basically. And it gets later and later. It's probably about 11 to 12 now. Getting into midnight. Yeah, but it's still busy. But yeah, it's getting late.
Okay. Are we at the port now, you said?
You're at near the port.
I'll do that. I'm going to sit down and see how the bakes will.
Okay, sure. Roll a performance check.
Are you
Or
secretly
persuasion
rich?
if you want.
You know those beggars who just begs for fun of it?
Performance or persuasion, whichever's appropriate. Or intimidation, if that's the way you want to go.
Oh, right. Let's have a look and see which one's best. Oh, no. Oh, they're all equally bad. So that's 17.
17 for which one? What are you doing?
All of them.
Performance. Okay, so you have you got a cap?
I have a little beanie tape.
Yeah, you take that off and start holding it out for people.
Please, sir.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And you I mean,
pathetic whimpering noise.
yeah, exactly. And it's pretty convincing. And you do get quite a few people giving you money. D4, please. Sorry, no, actually D8. D8 for me.
4.
Ooh, how'd you get 2?
2.
Buy us a skyship.
Sorry, so you get 4. Sorry, hang on, what was it? 2.
1.
I got 4.
Okay, you get 7 silver,
7,
6.
and 6 gold. in total. It's made up of like coppers.
Amazing. That's very generous.
But yeah, there's a lot. You literally like work the crowd, and you gravitate towards the people who look richer, and you make a bit of money.
Cool.
Anyone else doing anything in the travel district?
Well, I thought
Still a bit of a
I
name
would.
for it. The travel district.
I would also inquire about the direction.
In a different manner
no, very
to
different.
cut stuff with this, please make an investigation check for the last couple of hours you've spent.
Oh, I do have the Wanderer feat, so I've got excellent memory for maps and geography, if that helps.
Oh yeah, no, this is
That would
you
help.
know where it is.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Oh,
the
7.
7. Yeah, unfortunately, same as others. You don't very get much.
I think we just have to go off our own memories.
Okay.
Let's go get lost together. Find ourselves.
What's Bastion doing in that time? Or is he still walking?
Is he still holding? Are you begging for questions? I'm all alone in the world. No one to help me or look after me.
I'm being kidnapped. Pay the ransom.
Amazing.
Unless you want to.
If you're doing what I say, then I'll probably get you to put me down somewhere and start and wait for me to while off. It'll be off.
Fair enough. So literally, when you say that, like you finish your canvassing of the town and you go back to Bastion, and he is right where you left him, in exactly the same pose. That you walked in.
Well done. Good.
Kit, what would you do?
Kit is also heading in that direction. No time like the present. It's a pleasant present time. Yes.
Which direction, sorry?
Whatever direction everyone's walking.
Oh, okay, so you're now leaving, yeah.
We know this way. Let's go.
Now.
I will follow my nose. And then just walks in the wrong direction.
One of you has to just rotate.
That's it. Yes. This way. Come on, Lancelot. Woo!
It is past midnight now.
No, it's getting quite dark.
Do you not need to sleep?
I do.
Do you have a room anywhere?
Well, now I've just got to town.
I can get us one. Sure.
How that?
Yes. With my charm.
Okay.
Oh no.
Go on then.
There is conveniently a very large accommodation block. In the manner
I
of
found one.
In the manner of airports that we would see, there are several accommodation locations. Oh, what is it with many words tonight? Yeah, so there are plenty of places you could stay, but they're all costed. But you may do as you wish to attempt to mitigate that.
Yes, I will walk in and try and talk to them in a nice way.
Tell me what you say, and then I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what type of role you need to make.
What is this place? What does it look like?
So it's very formulaic. You recognise the design because a lot of lodgings are designed this way. They're designed for people who travel. They're called lodge travels. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So the feeling is very familiar to you. You've definitely stayed in a few of these before. You gather that they're advertised by some bard name, and that's a different choice.
But you recognise the picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same.
What is the
same
picture?
artwork on every single place. Yeah. So it's that sort of vibe. It's very budget, but practical.
Excellent.
No, not fancy.
Brilliant. Kit will walk in and look around and go, yes, very good. Yes, this will do very nicely. And then walks up to the desk.
There is a gnome sat at the desk, just like,
Hello.
Yes?
Hello.
chest.
I'm wondering if you could help me. See, I'm doing some research.
Where's this going?
It's fine, make it up as you go along.
See, why don't I tell you there's not much room? Research? What?
Yes, you see, we're writing a sensational book in regards to a member of our party. I'm the sort of research manager of this endeavour.
And?
And, well, you see, there's a whole section in the book where we talk about the places that this person has stayed and how wonderful it may be if perhaps we were to use your wonderful location here. I think it would fit the sort of feeling and design of the... Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just dropped your vase. I think it would fit the design of the narrative very, very well. And, of course, by sort of, advertising your wonderful abode here, you get quite a lot of exposure.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Do it quickly so he can get off his
Take my time. No, persuasion.
Tight jeans.
13. Fuck off! Kid goes, very well, come on, that's off, let's go. And walks out and goes, I'm afraid they're full. Well, I suppose we want to head on out and put our bedrolls in where we live.
Would I know some DOS places on the streets?
Oh, there are some great side alleys and
I know some places we could go.
Sort of trash rubbish areas, big bins and things. There's loads of places you could find a nice sheltered area that you could also.
With my rustic hospitality, could I literally just knock on someone's door and ask if we could stay?
What's rustic hospitality?
I come from the ranks of common folk and fit in among them with ease. You can find a place to hide, rest, or recuperate among other commoners. Unless you've shown yourself to be a danger to them.
There's not really any.
Hello, can we stay with you?
There's not really any privately owned accommodation housing around here. It's staff blocks and things like that for the company, for the travel companies and stuff like that. There's no village. There's no residential area. So unfortunately not.
Great, so I think we're sleeping on the streets then, aren't we?
Lead on.
I would like to point out that Bastion's still standing where Marsh has told him to stay, so he's still almost standing attention.
Follow on.
Marvelous. Good choice.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the nearest place I know that's reasonably safe and sheltered.
It's a grotty back alley.
Grotty back.
There's bin juice all over the floor.
Oh, God.
There's chain link fences around the place. It's very much backstage of this sort of shiny presenting travel area. But as with any airport, the working areas are disgusting. There's a horrible smell in the air. There's steam vents that's pouring around the place. But there's decent space for all of you to use your bedrolls. Probably about the width of this room, to be fair. It's quite fairly wide, isn't it?
Okay, put up a tiny hut. Oh!
Okay.
Oh. Very nice. Is this Lehman's or...
Would you like to describe what happened when you do that? You don't have to. I can if you like, but...
Well, I still want to size it. I think
It's either 20 or 30 foot radius.
There's enough.
it's a tiny
That's
hut.
Yeah, we all get comfortable.
Yeah. A small dome-shaped appears. We go in. Nobody can see in once we're inside.
Can we see out?
We can see.
Okay.
I'm going to hide. Not go in.
Make a stealth
Smell very better.
What are you talking about? Everything smells lovely.
That is 17.
Very sweet.
Bastion is going to follow wherever you like.
You take your time and
Not
set
hidden.
yourself, cover yourself in debris and detritus, and you blend in fairly well. And then Bastion strides over and just stands next to you.
I like to think it's in a dark corner where no one can see, but you just see two glowing red eyes out of the darkness.
That'll keep anyone away.
Thanks, man.
Well, so our fists will get in the hut.
Yep.
And the armor will sit down and get his knees up. and you'll just hear the sound of like a padlock going on the doors on the back.
That's right.
The ghost approves. And the little, there's a bit on his chest that's like, you know, when you knock on a secret pub door and they have the eye bit. It's like a little bit like that opens, and you can just see his like snout. He's like, so I mean, excuse the comment, but who the fuck are you? This is just you two.
Yeah, it's just the three of you, and then Maj and Bastian settle to the right.
Sir Kit Riley
Sentry
of
mode.
Farth. And he does a little bow.
Who's that when the dog comes in?
Not here. Exactly, right? I am a scout of the one of the Pan's Farthings of Farth. It's have you ever heard of Farth?
I literally come from under the ground.
Ah, well, probably not. I literally come from a forest. It's surrounded by swamp. It's very sort of, self-contained, but they send their best fighters out to kind of keep an eye on things and patrol. But I am after an item that has been stolen from the forest, and I will find it one day. This is the last thing I do! Thank you. Oh, this is a tent, actually, isn't it? We are in a tent.
Our manners.
You can see the migraine forming. And you?
I'm a very fine thing. I recently lost my patron, so I was looking for another one, and I think that's about it, really.
And you?
I'm a kobold.
Yes, I
From under the ground.
Everyone I know is dead. So,
Yeah.
Well, you know us now.
doesn't bode well for you, to be honest. I'll be all right. No, I used to build traps and machinery, murder machines for protecting the tribe. And they did their job until they didn't do their job. And now I'm going to kill the man who stole all my gold. Our gold.
And killed your tribe?
Well, I mean, inevitably, it probably was him. Yeah. I've got his friends, though. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. I feel we can work together.
I mean,
If we must. We shall be brothers henceforth.
well,
And sisters as well. And any non-gendered friends as well.
do you eat your family members?
No. Some of the hamster humanoids do. But I don't.
Do you? No, of course I don't. Why would I do that? And the dog,
Yes,
how attached are you?
it's my noble steed.
I like the dog.
I like the dog too.
He's like a giant dog, obviously, because riding a 6 foot
Because that's
fox person riding a normal sized dog
Legs
dragged
dragging
alongside.
Alright, well, I'm going to go to sleep. Keep an eye on the girl. I think she might be on drugs. And then the thing.
You see?
Yeah, it's like an echo or something. Yep. I do everything in here except shit.
I wouldn't know if you did.
And I snort too, so.
Yeah, after a few minutes, there's just this really echoey snort. Cavernous. And you, one by one, find rest, peace.
Are there bins in the alleyway?
There are in the alleyway, you were inside the hut.
I feel like Kit kind of gets some sort of animalistic
Yeah.
kind of internal compulsion to start rummaging through the bins. I'm like, what am I doing?
Bastion, make a perception check, and Kit, make a stealth check, please.
Is it still inside the hut?
Stealth at disadvantage.
Or do you come outside the hut?
Yes, he's come out outside.
We can come and go as we please.
Perception.
We'll get to the lighthouse eventually, don't We've got some bits to go through first. That's important.
I mean, I can't ask them fuck all about anything.
9.
Okay, you've just about managed to avoid detection by Bastian, and you both root through the garbage.
Would I notice?
Are you awake or are you sleeping?
If I was settling down when all this conversation was happening, I'm not sure how it sounds.
I mean, you can make a perception check if you like.
Okay. That is 8. So
You also don't manage to see Kit somehow. Kit like rifles through loads of garbage and beats both of your perception checks by 1.
I've decided part of me hopes your character sheet is actually blank and you have nothing. I'm waiting for the twist, but I'm hoping it's just that you are literally poor and have nothing on you.
So you all settle and get rest. Those of you who do need to sleep, get sleep. And the night passes and you will all gain the benefits of long rest. And that is also where we are going to end this episode. Thank you so much for joining me for this game. We will be back with another episode within the next few weeks. I don't know how many episodes there are. I don't know how often I'm going to be releasing them, but I hope you enjoyed this first one. Leave a comment with your favourite moment. That's the thing I was going to say earlier. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do hit like because it does help. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.